slightly different day here at Icarus Falconry. We've got Ken and Tommy, aka Rob, over here. They've come all the way from where? Somerset.
Somerset.
You don't sound that Somersetty.
No.
You've worked hard on that accent, haven't you?
Yeah.
And what we do is a one-day falconry course. We're employing Ruby the Red Tail as a bit of a guinea pig here. One-day falconry course. Can you learn falconry in one day? Can you? No, you can't.
No.
Can you? But what you can do is get a feel for and practicalities of an awful lot of stuff you've already learned. YouTube's great if it's great. Facebook is great when it's great. Books are really, really good when they're good. We were saying earlier, especially us boys, we tend to learn practically more than academically. You've put the time in because I've just watched you pick up and put down that bird, and you've done a really, really good job of that straight away. So I think, would you say today's helping?
Yeah, massively, yeah.
It's just that practicality, isn't it?
Yeah, just seeing it and putting it in the practice.
And working with a bird, even
Yeah,
just that
just
bit of
holding
it.
the bird,
So
yeah.
we've learned loads of stuff on all the topics of falconry you'd find in any book. And a lot of it has just been a conversation quick, but we're learning practical skills too. I think a one-day course is better than no-day course. Welcome back to the channel. I've just done the worst falconry display of my life ever. All we had to do was fly a spotted owl, Spot, who's done this job for 20 years, and the young imprint peregrine who isn't afraid or bothered by anything. Well, the owl took one look at the change of stuff because it's his charity day on the flying lawn, and flew in the opposite direction, sat on the hedge. Yeah, and I can pretty much read him that he's never going to do anything today. Picked him up, put him away. Maverick did a couple of tiny backwards and forwards flights, and then put on a great display of him learning to fly, soaring in the wind, looking great. Landed on the chimney, and we all thought he'd slid down the chimney top. Luckily he wasn't, he was on the back, just out of sight. So I'm going to give him a minute, let him fly about some more, cool him down, job done. An hour earlier than our first display normally is, so very few people here, but we're just moulding our displays around a charity fun day and the time slots for their things as well. So very few people here on a Sunday. People don't really turn up till 1 o'clock. Yeah, it didn't really make it any better or any worse that I just wanted to dig a hole and disappear. Without doubt, the worst display I've ever done in about 15 years for sure. Never worked with animals or children. So very few people nowadays are willing to pay money for any kind of education when it comes to falconry. So social media, YouTube, Facebook, that kind of thing is the way people go. Very few people read books anymore, so it's a bit of a minefield and very little practical experience. It really wasn't even windy a minute ago. Very little practical experience, but I still get a few people. We don't even advertise falconry courses on the website anymore because there's not enough call for it. So now I just run bespoke courses for people that show an interest, as you've just seen there. But also a lovely lady, Lindsay Corelli. She's put 2 years, more than that, of thought into being a falconer, and the last year or so she's attacked it in a way of intent. She's going to get a hawk, but doing it all properly. Beautiful bespoke MEWS built by Malcolm Allison. All the telemetry, all the freezer room, everything in place. Read everything. Watched all my videos. Watched everyone else's videos. Read books. Watched silently in the background and read and listened, if you like, on social media. And she said, Dave, I need to come and do something practical. And we just did a one-day course. But that one-day course, putting that practicality into the falconer's knot, the safety position, picking up a bird, putting down a bird, explaining for real what maybe I've shown on my YouTube videos. She's had that bird a few days, a female harrisawk, and it's on the clearance line already, and no great weight reduction. She's just done a really good job because she's listened, and you know what? She's hooding that bird, and she's read, listened, and for real life understood why the hood makes for the best process of training birds of prey. You can expose them to everything faster than not hooding them in a very, very low stress way compared to if the bird doesn't hood. So she's racing ahead, and that's brilliant, and I can't wait to get out and see Lindsay's bird flying. So what I really want to talk to you guys about, really, on this episode, is imagine you're a falconer, which you probably are, and you're an outdoors person, you love doing stuff, and you have probably a silly accident, and then you end up, you can't do nothing. You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing at all without people helping you, and your prognosis is really bad. I don't know how that would make me feel. In fact, I can imagine. Ben Woodruff had a very strange incident a few months ago, and on this channel and the Falconry community as a whole, we all helped. We chipped in, if nothing else, for his brother's sort of plea to help get some money his way. We've all got bills to pay. Imagine if you suddenly couldn't do anything. Well, Steve Colson, one of us guys here in Britain, falconer, gamekeeper, a guy that gives people access to land, really helps other people, suddenly found himself, after a silly accident, literally done. I think he was a little bit, maybe abandoned to some degree by the community. It's often like that. You help everyone, but not everyone wants to help you when you're in need. People are really pulling together now, and I want you to pull together in the Falconry community here in the UK. Alan Gates has put on a GoFundMe page. I don't really like them, I don't really agree with them most of the time, but what a great cause. Help this guy. They've already got this guy now, Steve, a set of wheels, making him much more mobile. Get on the page, £5, 50 quid, whatever. Just chip something in to one of us that really needs our help. And do you know what? He really wanted to come to the Falconers gathering, and there's just no way of him getting there. He relies, I think, on his wife to drive him around. I'm sure she's now got to work a lot more. I can imagine what my wife would be saying. People have pulled together. He's coming down to the Falconers gathering, so just chip in. Let's just help. We can't all go and help the guy. He lives a long way from me, but we can help in a small way. We've all got a few quid worth of beer money that we can spare. So I'm asking you, chip in. Go on Alan Gates, link in the description. Go on his GoFundMe page, set up to help Steve, and let's just do our bit. Because God, if we was in Steve's position, I don't know, I can't imagine how it's effed up his mind over time, but he's really pulling through now. He's really strong. He's never going to be able to do what he did. But let's help facilitate Steve to get back out there in some way. A lovely, genuinely kind, generous man, and it's often the way. Let's put something back, help out, please, get on that link, just do what you can, help one of us. In other news, our little peregrine falcon, Maverick, he's been doing okay, more on that later. Our young turkey vulture, I've got a hangover, our young turkey vulture, Morgan, he's just looking great. He's going to be coming out, actually doing flying next week, so he's fully hard pen now. We're going to get a transmitter tail mount on him and get him out, and the girls are going to start teaching him flying in the outside, letting him fly and soar, and see how they get on with that very intelligent bird. I met two guys at night in a dark road in Australia. I was out on my own, I saw flashlights ahead, and two other herpers looking for snakes, especially on an Australian road in the Blue Mountains at night. I had a good old chinwag with those guys. They told me loads of stuff and information, and one of them, he just rough camps on his own all over the wilderness of Australia, and he put some lovely, amazing images, mostly of reptiles and scenery, on his social media page on Facebook. Check it out, and just check these images out. An Australian peregrine falcon basically trying to take out a wedge-tailed eagle that has strayed too near to the peregrine's nest ledge. How many people see that in their lives? But by being alone in nature, he sees so much stuff happening. So credits to the photographer. Just enjoy that. See if he'll friend you on his page if you love Australian or the world's wildlife for sure. I don't know, what a way to live. You know, he gets so much time, as much as he can, out wild camping in the wilds of the Australian outback, if you like. Brilliant. Please get on the Falconers Gathering page. We're not going to make this video all about the gathering, but click on the Facebook page. We're soon to have a running order of the arena. Yes, I still haven't done it. We're still waiting on other people to confirm, and a list of traders as well. Again, we're still waiting to nail them all down. But get on the Gathering page, be part of it. Last weekend of September, here in the central UK, in Northamptonshire, a gathering of falconers and falconry things. Really a bloody good weekend for falconers to get together right at the start of the season for many of us, for sure. So don't miss out on that. Now on the Falconry gathering, the last weekend of September, one of the either prizes or auctionable items, if you like, is a day out with the eagles. Come out with us hunting with golden eagles, maybe other species, but it's going to be all about the eagles and hopefully Brunelli's eagles as well. Join us with these magnificent birds, seeing them properly in action at full chat, at full tilt, if you like. Really, whoa, really, that's better, isn't it? Doing their thing, not catching a lot, but seeing golden eagles and others flying flat out how nature intended. Don't miss the Falconry gathering. There's just so much to see. Get involved and be there for sure. And again, look at the blue sky. It's crazy. Not used to it here. That hurt. You know you're a fat bastard when that happens. Stan, Kyle's golden eagle, molting well, as you can see. Won't be long. The season will soon begin, and this aviary can have a damn good clean out. So in true peregrine fashion, he decided to leave the chimney of the house to try and take out a moorhen on the pond. You really can't take the predator out of a peregrine falcon. And that's one reason they're pretty poor display falcons in a lot of cases. Probably slightly high in weight today. But anyway, he's back. If you haven't seen it in the standalone video, I'll end the video. Good God. I'll end the video with something sent in by Chris Cartwright of flying a couple of birds. God. Imprints when you're not handling them correctly. A couple of birds we flew that went quite well. Catch up soon, guys. Oh, and news of an albedo goshawk coming very soon indeed. Hey, an eagle in Northamptonshire. Wow, that's not a bald eagle. Not flying backwards and forwards. That's a special jump. That's why I don't fly. That's wicked. Above it, there's nothing he can do to them if he's above it down the road. It's like someone up a ladder throwing things down at you. You have got no advantage. Look at that. So there is a female bald eagle much bigger. On average, male birds of prey are a third smaller than female. His sister and birds are massive. Mine's bigger than yours. We walk up to 10 miles carrying them on the plough in the winter. Why would you be bigger than male? So, the reason he's eating boy chickens is to stop them going into landfill. If you eat eggs or chicken, you are responsible for millions of chickens being gassed at one day old. Hey, an eagle in Northamptonshire. Wow, that's not a bald eagle. Not flying backwards and forwards. That's a special jump. That's why I don't fly. That's wicked. above it, there's nothing he can do to
Being
them
they've
if he's
got
above it down the road.
maneuverability.
It's like someone up a ladder throwing things down at you. You have got no advantage. Look at that. So there is a female bald eagle much bigger. On average, male birds of prey are a third smaller than female. His sister and birds are massive. Massive things. Me and Macho, when I'm golden eagle, I've got a golden eagle falcon as a man. I'm going to take both of them as a man. I'm going to go, mine's bigger than yours. We walk up to 10 miles carrying them on the plough in the winter. Why do you want it bigger than male?
Look at the